Hey, so we're just doing another little update about where we're up to with the crafter campervan conversion that we're doing at the moment. It's been a few weeks since the last update, so there's quite a lot happened since then. We'll start off with what you can't actually see inside. There's a few things installed underneath the van, starting with the 25 litre LPG gas tank that's under there, together with a whale blow heater, whale water heater. And we also have the freshwater tank that's there. We do still have the wastewater to be installed, which hopefully Kev will be doing at some point, maybe in the next week or so. And while he's doing that, we'll get him to take some pictures or upload a little video of how he's managed to actually fit all that in there. It's quite a squeeze trying to fit all that there. There's not a huge amount of extra space really. We have taken the spare wheel out. It's either going on the back or up on the roof rack. So that just gives us a little bit of extra space. So if anyone wants to know how we fit all that underneath there, then look out for his video. Yeah, it's been quite challenging. But now all of that's up and running, so that's great, and the water and heating and everything's working now. So all of these services that we had installed inside that are just here, they're all fully functioning and all connected now to the gas. And we'll just come round and have a look again at the back section. Not a huge amount has changed. So again, yeah, all our gas and water services here. Some of the electrics has probably been a little bit more finished off now there, so that's nice and tidy. And then we're still need to install the window pod flare that will go onto the side on this side, and that's holding a couple of things up, but it's actually finished and it's ready to be installed sometime soon. So once that's done, that'll be really useful. And then we have just some lighting that's just been installed there. Okay, so back to actually what you can see has changed inside. Starting with the kitchen, we've got this black glass 2-burner hob, which I wasted loads of time trying to search for the right thing. The right thing being one that has an ignition that works from 12 volt or a battery operated ignition. Which you can get one in white, so if you want one in white, then go for it. If you want one in black, I wouldn't waste your time looking. So in the end, we just gave up and decided it's not too much trouble just to switch on the inverter, just to light the ignition. So that's working. The gas isn't connected here yet, so we can't actually cook anything yet, but soon we will be. These here, samples. We're looking at these for something similar to this, to form the cabinetry that will run across the top there. So that'll run down to roughly the end of that worktop, and just give us some really good storage there, and we think that'll look really nice with these wood panels. So that'll be lovely. And some more samples here as well. This is for the worktop. We will at some point agree on a worktop. We haven't found one yet that we both agree on, but it'll come. So it will be something like this, so Corian or Meganite. These are quite durable and they come in quite a thin section, so we don't want a thick worktop, we want something a bit thinner. It's a bit more sort of modern looking, and yeah, it saves a bit on weight as well. And when we do that, we will be dropping the worktop into the hob into the worktop, so it'll be nice and flush with it there, sort of like this. And yeah, it'll just sit nice and neatly in there, so we don't want it sitting on top of the worktop sort of like it is at the moment. It'll just look a bit nicer if it's flush with it. And back round to the sink we had last time. That was already installed, but at that time I don't think we had any running water. Now we have lovely running water from our new tap, and it's super hot and steamy, as you can see. And the tap, we went for one like this because we want it to swing outside, so we can just use that. This pulls down, and then we can use it outside as well, even though we will have a shower connection, yeah, just at the back when you open the sliding door anyway, but it's still useful to be able to use that. So yeah, hot running water, almost a working hob, and oven still to be installed, so that's probably going to be installed at the same time as this, so that we can connect all the gas up together. Fridge we had last time, it's a Dometic fridge. This is just a sample of something that I think we might use for the doors. Add a little, break it up a little bit with a bit of colour, which is nice. Round to the shower cubicle. This is it. Hasn't changed very much at all really. We have obviously run all the pipe work and everything to it, but the reason that we can't do anything more with this is, like I said about the window flare, that's holding the shower room up. Once that's installed, we actually have everything that we need for the shower room. We've got all the panels, all the fixtures and fittings and everything. So as soon as we can, we'll just crack on with that and get that whole room done. So that will be wonderful. And coming round to this side, Kev's been working on a little storage section that will sit behind the double seat that goes on top of this section here. So we'll have a little bit of storage just behind. I think we'll keep tables and things like that. They'll just slide in here. And then this, basically the smallest, tiniest wardrobe in the world. We'll just have a little hanging rail that goes across here so that we can at least hang a few pieces of clothes or a couple of jackets, shoes or something in the bottom. And then on top, this will be a little coffee station, coffee machine, or maybe a toaster or something like that. So we have the two sockets here, which one obviously runs from the inverter and one from the mains when we're hooked up. And then these little detail here for glasses, and this works again with this nice new shelf that we have up here, with, yeah, nice little light there. So that's basically a little display shelf which will form our little bar area. So that'll keep all our bottles, glasses and little bits and pieces for that. Little hanging plant or something in the back corner, because obviously we love a hanging plant in a camper van, everyone does. And yeah, back down to here, I think this section last time wasn't quite finished off. We've boxed all of this in with the frame for the double seats. It still needs to be bolted in there. Obviously the inverter, all the other electrics there, and then underneath this section was all the ducting and everything for the blow heater. So we have 1, 2, 3 and 4 vents for the heater, which we have one in the shower room. You might wonder why, but it's because we'll be using it as a dual purpose. It's also going to be a drying room for wetsuits and things like that, snowboard boots, just wet clothes, which I'm really looking forward to, because I hate putting on a cold, wet, horrible wetsuit, especially when it's miserable and raining outside or something. So I'm really looking forward to just putting on a nice toasty warm dry wetsuit, and yeah, some nice toasty warm snowboard boots will be lovely as well. So back over to here, something else we're really excited about. Grab this. This is something that we really wanted in here. Our electric blinds. Actually super fiddly to install this. It wasn't the easiest thing to install, but yeah, Kev strikes again. He can always find a way for everything. So he's managed to make that work there. We still have another to install on this window and then one on the back, and they'll all just work off one controller. So it gets dark, press the button and all the blinds just come down together. So yeah, it's great. We're really happy about that. And then above there, just some more cabinetry. So it's a cupboard here that we just have, we have the doors already made for that, so they just need to be fitted. Probably break that up somewhere in the middle just so that things don't fly around when we're driving. Same up here. This is a really big space, actually. It goes quite far back, and the door's already made there. And then it's obviously already been finished in this aged oak veneer that we have, that we've used everywhere else on the shower and everything as well. So that's all looking really nice and almost ready to be finished with the doors. And then we just have little bits of attention to detail and little bits and pieces. So this here will be a little reading light for this, the back seat, and then just phone charging points and magazine rack, things like that. Coming in just to the front, this is all of our control panels. We really wanted this nice and neat. We didn't want switches all over the place, looking untidy. So this is all light switches, battery unit, and then sort of switches for water heating and things like that. Oh, sorry, siren outside. And then a couple more under here. And then just this one is the heating, works from the gas and electric. So that's all up and running. So everything else is really coming together. So we're really getting there. We've made quite a lot of progress over the past few weeks, and I think over the next sort of 2 or 3 weeks there's quite a lot more to do, hoping that the shower room can be done. A few things, as I say, we need to choose our worktop and flooring and things like that. And then back over here, obviously we're going to have as we said before, the other bed, which is electric bed that will drop down from the top. So it's a Project 2000 bed, if anyone's wondering what we've gone for. And I think Kev is definitely going to make a video of how he's installing that here when he does it, because I don't think there's that many instructional videos out there for it. So keep an eye out for that if you're interested, because it'll be a little bit, like everything in here, a little bit fiddly, because it needs to drop down from the top and then also fit out into the window pod. So there will be an extra little piece that needs to come out there, just to get as much space from it as we possibly can. So yeah, just look out for some videos later in the week, maybe next week, with the video that Kev's going to make of the underside of the van. And yeah, we'll try and update a little bit sooner next time.